intensive treatment.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Intensive Treatment Podcast, the number one spot for everything Arkham related. And Suicide Squad, we're talking more about Suicide Squad
Mm-hmm.
today because some news came out that you will either find surprising or completely expected.
Yeah, the game's been canceled, everyone. Um,
Yeah, they're not releasing it anymore. They
it's
wasted millions of dollars. And
it's over
yeah,
now. Actually, what Marvel was going to say is it's been delayed.
it has been
Um,
delayed.
and they haven't told us when it's been delayed too. They just said later on in the year, which
Yeah,
is a little strange. I would have at least liked to have a release date. Um,
or at least a release window, I think.
yeah, like summer 2023 or something. Like that would have been fine. Or fall. I'm assuming it's going to be fall now. So, which is even
So
longer of a wait.
yeah, we're going to talk about the delay itself. We're probably going to talk about what changes could be made to the game,
Yeah.
little if any. But first, I want to ask you what your thoughts on this are.
I mean, I was actually initially surprised to see that they actually delayed the game. I just thought that, we're basically, I don't know, like a little over a month and a half away from release. They're not going to
Mm,
delay it this soon, but they actually did. So, in typical Rocksteady fashion, that we've been used to delays since Arkham Knight. That game had like 50,000 delays, and
mhm.
now we're here at Suicide Squad, which is not even as demanding of a game. And we've gotten three delays, I think, so far. And, it's a
Yeah,
little concerning. Like, it just shows that they're not confident in their product. Like, they they're like, yeah, they're not gonna like this. So we have to cut it and we gotta work on something. It's like which is a shame. Like Arkham Knight's delays were rightfully so. They were trying to make the finale of Arkham, and it was a completely different monster. But it's like a live service game that's based around the Suicide Squad doesn't seem like it should have to have this crazy elaborate scheme of we got to work on it, we got to work on it. I mean, I want a great game, but
yeah,
if you have to have this many delays for a live service game, then I don't know. It kind of concerns me.
yeah.
So, what about you?
I can't say I'm terribly surprised. I had an inkling that this would happen given
Mm,
previous uh circumstances and games in like the last decade.
yeah,
So, um, like when you sent me the article earlier, um, or like this morning or whenever,
uh,
I saw it and I'm like, okay, yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense. Um, the thing I'm wondering, more so than when we're gonna get the game. They say may or it's implied that it could be later this year, which I'm assuming it still will be.
yeah.
Um, my thing is whether or not they're actually going to change some stuff around or if this is mainly just to polish up the game.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be concerned more with, you know, changing stuff around so close to release.
Mhm.
Um, like, what could they possibly change around? I mean, I guess they could get rid of the battle pass thing and, like, kind of get rid of the live service elements and keep it strictly like story based game with the multiplayer option, with offline support, which would have made sense either way. But
Yeah,
I mean, if they're just tweaking stuff, then I mean, I don't know why it would be such a long delay. But I mean, then again, we don't actually know when this delay is.
no,
So, I mean, that's
no,
not too
it's
concerning that we don't know, but I would just like to know because I'm a paying customer who's been invested in Rocksteady since Arkham Asylum. So it's
mm,
like I would like to know.
yeah. I feel this. I feel the same way for the most part. There. I'm at this point like I'm not. I don't typically care for like release dates when delays are announced. Just like, oh, when are we gonna get it? Especially for games like this where it's just like,
Mm,
I'm gonna buy it, but it's not gonna be, you know, like just the main thing I'm gonna be playing for like a few months or something.
right.
Um so when it does come out, I'm gonna buy it for sure because
Yeah.
because like you, I've been invested in Rocksteady since Arkham Asylum.
Right.
And I'm kind of curious to see where the story goes from Night, and what happened in the 5 years since that game, and just
Yeah.
everything with the Suicide Squad and the Justice League. And you know I'm interested. So yeah, I guess, when do you think it'll come out? I'm curious.
Well, I'm leaning towards early fall
Hmm.
just because I feel like if it was any sooner, they probably would have given us a window of a release date, at least summer or something,
Hmm.
you know. But they didn't really give us. I mean, Rocksteady didn't even come out officially on their Twitter or anything saying that they delayed the game. It was through a bunch of news sources.
Yeah,
So
no. Yeah, there was. I think the one I saw first was Jason Schreier tweeted about it. So, um,
yeah, him.
yeah, that guy.
No, that's what I saw. Well, I saw that, and then I was like, okay, it's Jason Schreier, so I need some extra, you know, outer evidence. And lo and behold, everybody was reporting on it. So I'm like, well, that's that. You know what it did
Yeah.
to me too? It was like it kind of made my hype level drop to how it was before when we were talking about it before Kevin Conroy was announced.
Mhm.
It's like I don't really care anymore. Like, I mean, I care. I want to see Kevin. That's really the only reason I'm playing it. Actually, is to hear Kevin's role.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, like I'm kind of back where I was before. Like I'll play it and I'll have fun with you guys playing it and stuff. But other than that, I'm probably not going to be that head over heels about it. I don't know if you
Mhm.
feel the same way.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of flip flopping
He's conflicted, guys.
I saw the gameplay and I'm like, okay, that looks kind of cool. Like it looks fun and stuff. It's a looter shooter, so there's
Yeah,
only so much excitement you can get from that. But
right.
so it's just like, okay, maybe. And then when they said the game was online, like only, I was just like,
That's
okay, yeah,
crazy.
that's that's a big blow.
That's
And
crazy to me.
yeah, I don't get it.
It's absurd. It's like it's 2023. It's not 2012.
especially because I don't imagine much people are going to, like, a majority of players are going to be online with friends anyway. They're just
Yeah,
going to
I
be going
mean,
through the campaign. So
yeah, they're going to lose a lot of money from doing that. It's like, I swear, this is Gotham Knights syndrome. Like, it really is. It's like bad decision after bad decision makes bad results.
yeah,
So I don't know what they're expecting with this. Like, I hope they fix that with this delay. I mean, I'm assuming they will because that was a big part of the complaints
yeah,
was, yeah, the game is not offline supported. And even I was like, well, my PlayStation Plus is going to run out someday, and I'm not going to like buy a $70 game and have PlayStation Plus only to not be able to play it once I lose PlayStation Plus
yeah,
at all. So, and I know you and
yeah,
Alter, I don't think have. Well, I know Alter doesn't have PlayStation Plus, so it's like, how's he going to play, even if he
yeah.
doesn't want to do multiplayer?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't have it, but I would have, like, if you guys wanted to play for like just play just cause, or if we wanted to do like a speaking nerd plays or whatever, then I would
Sure,
have, paid money to, get a month's worth of PlayStation Plus for that. But
sure, yeah,
the fact that you need an internet connection at all times is what really bothered me. Because
yeah,
I'm typically somebody who likes to play, single player games offline, like
yeah. I'm the same way.
and also, like, my internet connection isn't really the most stable
Hmm.
either.
Me
So
neither.
what happens, like, if I'm in the middle of a story mission? Does it just cut me out to the main menu while I'm still playing, like,
Right.
yeah,
And you know,
I would be
Alter's internet's
pretty
not too hot
pretty
either.
pissed. So yeah,
So he'd be messaging us in the group chat, guys, I am returning this game. What the hell?
yeah,
You
he'd
know?
be fucked. There's
Oh yeah, he would.
we already know the result of that.
So like I'm trying to stream the game, guys, and it won't work. I can just hear Alter in my head. But yeah, I mean that's one of the riddles that has plagued this game. No pun intended. Please don't bring the Riddler back. I beg
No,
you.
please don't.
I was saying I don't know if it was in an episode or we were just talking. Um, I mentioned to Marvel, I was like, you know, what would be kind of funny is if Riddler tried to, you know, put a bunch of trophies around the map and then you just track him down really quickly and just kill him.
You just
As
murder him.
like, yeah, it's just like, okay, that's a chapter closed in the Arkhamverse. No more Riddler. Um, oh yeah, okay. And then in Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League 2, they bring in Paul Dano, the new Riddler, plays himself as the Riddler in the second. Please do not lie. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the complaints were aimed at that, but also there were complaints with just the general landscape of the game itself. You know, like you said, it's a looter shooter. And I guess part of the issue is people were expecting a little bit more from Rocksteady because of the three games that they defined a whole generation of gamers with.
Yeah,
And then they go to a looter shooter. Now it could be, I don't know, maybe it's a sleeper hit and it's actually phenomenal. But really, like you kind of said, it's like you can only go so far with a looter shooter. It's like how fun can it really get?
yeah.
It hits its peak pretty early, in my opinion. Um, so I don't know. Sefton Hill, what were you thinking? We should we should have known after Arkham Knight. We're like, don't let this man touch Batman again.
I
But
wonder if I don't know. I wonder if it's more W. Like I probably said this in a previous episode, but like I wonder if it's more just WB having that mindset, or
yeah,
it's just like, okay, we know you want to make a Superman game, but how about we make a game about the Suicide Squad and
yeah,
also have it be a looter shooter live service type game, like that
right,
Avengers game is turning out to be.
right.
So,
Yeah, I
um,
wouldn't doubt it that you mentioned that because it's like, first off, what do we know from WB, everyone? They don't know anything about what we love as fans. They don't know a thing. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't know why Sefton Hill left. And what's the other guy's name? Was it Jamie? It was like the other pretty, big guy who's been in it
yeah.
since Asylum.
Mhm.
Um, and they both left, and I was like, I wonder if it has anything to do with the game or just the direction that WB was taking them. And I wouldn't be surprised at all by
Mhm.
any stretch of the imagination that that's why they left.
Yeah.
But sorry, I think I cut you off. What were you going to say?
No, I mean, people were asking online, it's like, what exactly will be, changed, or if there will be any changes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a feeling that the live service stuff is still going to be there
Yeah,
because it's at this point they've poured so much money into it that you can't really like it's just in the core of that game. So
yeah,
it would take a lot of time for them to just take that stuff out. But you know, I'm
yeah,
curious whether I'm going to be proven wrong or right. Which I mean, I don't care about live service stuff. So if they do take it out, then I'm like, okay, cool. But if it's there, then I have the mental fortitude to just be like, maybe I don't want to pay for a battle pass or
right.
any of that. I don't need to pay for a battle pass, and
He doesn't need it. He is him. He's better,
I don't need.
guys.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am
He's
better.
be- he's better.
um.
No, I'm the same way. Like, I don't need to buy a battle pass, but I just feel like the stuff that comes along with live service games is kind of why I'm a little bit propelled the other way. Um, maybe I associate live service with Fortnite and Call of Duty,
Mm,
so it's like immediately like, oh, this is what we're getting. But
mhm,
granted, Rocksteady are great at making stories, um, and creating worlds that you can really live in for the
mhm.
time you're playing the video game. So, I mean, I have faith in that aspect, but I'm just afraid that it's a little bit too out of their comfort zone to be anything noteworthy in um, their linear lineage of games.
Mhm.
Idiot. But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to be proven wrong. Like all my takes, my L takes, actually my W takes. Alter and AJ have the L takes every single time. But that's another
Yeah.
podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's
So,
linked below.
so the main, if there's anything that I'm hoping for as far as changes, it's just the biggest one is having, have the game not be on the internet at all times.
Right.
That frustrates me when games do that. Mortal Kombat 11 did that, and
Oh, did
like
they?
that, yeah, and that
Ugh.
like really hurt my enjoyment because you know you're playing like I don't know Towers of Time or Story or whatever. You're in the middle of a fight, and then it just cuts you back to the main menu just because your internet connection cut off. Like
Yeah, that's lame.
I don't need that.
Yeah. No, that's not right.
At least a game like Avengers had the sense to where you didn't need you didn't need an internet connection to play just the campaign. You just
Right.
go through it at your own leisure, doing whatever. So the only time you really needed an internet connection was with playing with friends or doing certain missions or that kind of thing. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they you know they they learn from all the backlash and stuff and at least give us the opportunity to play offline.
Right.
Let me enjoy my campaign in peace.
Exactly. Because I mean, for me, this game is the reason I'm looking forward to it is I want to see the progression of the Arkhamverse.
Yeah.
Like online's cool, but I'm more invested in the story, and I always have been. I've always been a single player story guy.
Mhm.
Um, so, and granted, there's a lot of fun to be had in multiplayer stuff, but I just could never be one of those people that's like always doing that. It's just, I don't know, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Give me a good like 15-hour story, and then you'll have me invested. But,
Yeah, that's another thing that I guess would be nice to bring up too. Is like you don't need the game to be over 20 hours to make it like enjoyable.
no, I mean,
You
there's
don't need
plenty of shorter games that are like in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Like, I mean, Arkham City is so short. Like when I think back to it, when I was younger, I beat it in like 4.5 hours, my
Mhm.
first playthrough. And it's like that's it. Like that's all you needed. And it was a 10 out of 10 on every rating site, you know?
One of my favorite PlayStation 4 games is like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. So
Which game
I
is
don't
that?
Journey.
Oh, dude, sick. I have to play
Yeah.
Journey, by the way.
Yeah. Journey
I can't
is,
believe it's so short. I didn't know that.
yeah, literally it's just so you get through it in two hours max. Like it's
That's
not a very long game.
crazy.
And that proves my point of where you don't really need the game to be super long for it to be like enjoyable. You can have it
Right,
be like an hour or two. And some people play, I mean, think back to like the early like NES, Super Nintendo, is people can beat those games in like 5 minutes and still
right,
have a great time doing it. So
right.
um but yeah, I don't need it to be like 25 hours long, going through all these missions, grinding these characters up. So
Right.
um,
Like, guys, we're not,
as long as I just go from like story mission to story mission, then I'm good.
yeah, like, guys, we're not saying longer games. There's no good long games. It's just, I feel like that's a forgotten virtue of video games. It's like, if you have good characters and a strong story foundation, then you don't need a long game. You
Mm,
just don't. Like, and it takes up less of our time. It's like, oh, I just finished that in like 5 hours. Well, I want to play it again.
mhm.
Like, it's, I don't know. There's like even Arkham Knight. I can replay it, and it's not that long of a game. It's like 12 hours, but Arkham Knight's just like it's a little bit long because it's just a weirdly paced game. So it's like I don't always feel like playing through it, even if it's not that long. So
Yeah.
just give me a shorter game for once. I'm curious to see. That's another thing I'm curious about this game is how long the story is actually going to be. Because there's not that many Justice League members that you have to kill or not kill. Um, so I'm assuming a lot of the time in the story is going to be taken up by you know, shooting Brainiac goons or whatever. But I don't know. I'm hoping it's a shorter game though. I just want to have a fun time.
I think the perfect length would be like 12 to 15 hours.
Yeah.
I think that's like just fine enough for a game about the Suicide Squad. You don't really need it to be
Yeah.
like 40 hours plus.
No.
It's not really warranted. So,
Mm-mm.
um, yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of at this point now, since hours have gone by and I've had time to think about the delay and everything, I'm curious to see what actually, like, what the final result will be.
Yeah. Yeah, me
I
too. I
think
mean,
I think people who are saying like, oh, they're going to take out the live service stuff and all that. I think their expectations are way too high. So, um, but I mean, I'm happy to be proven wrong if if they
yeah.
can manage to do that. So,
Yeah, I'm the same way. Um, I mean, but yeah, overall, my excitement level kind of went down, but again, I'm still gonna get it, and I'm still gonna try and have fun. I'm not like one of those people. Oh, I'm gonna get the game and just be like, "This is gonna suck. I'm gonna have a terrible time." I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because at the end of the day, I don't get people that just dog on games before they come out and say they're not going to play them. I mean, we talked about this last time, but it's like give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's a great game. You just have to play it. So
yeah, you never
I'm
know
going to do
unless
it.
you try it. So,
Yeah. But on that subject, is there anything else you want to add on the Suicide Squad game and the recent delay?
I want to see what Brainiac looks like. I want to see what they do
Yeah,
with Brainiac.
I'm curious. I wonder if I wonder if they're going to have him die instead, where he just like gets shot off into space from Superman or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen him, and his ship looks cool. Um,
Ship looks good. Yeah. Part of me likes the Injustice 2 version of the Skull ship, just like a slight bit more. I guess it's because it's not
that's a
as
cool one.
bulky, but
Yeah, no, I feel you.
yeah, I like it. I know they're probably saving him for like the last hour or so of the game, so they're probably not going to
Probably.
reveal him until then. But I just
Yeah,
want to see Brainiac in the footage, what he
I
looks like.
know. I do too. It's like we have this main villain, and then he's just kind of a mystery.
Yeah,
Watch Brainiac is really the Arkham Knight. That typical Rocksteady fashion.
he just takes the mask off. It's just like, oh, it was me, Arkham Knight.
Like, you left me to die in Arkham, or you left me to die in Gotham City 5 years ago. That's not what happened. Just the same exact dialogue.
Yeah.
I would actually, I'm telling you, if that happened, I would laugh. I wouldn't even be mad. I would just laugh.
Yeah.
I'd be like, they really trolled our asses. But honestly, that's all I have to say about the delay. I mean, I hope that whatever they're going to do during this time they have, however long it may be, they fix whatever they want to fix and they make it as good of a game as they can. I want them to succeed. I want to have a fun time.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I keep saying this on every podcast. It's like I don't want any of these projects to be bad.
right.
So
No, I'm with you. Right, 100%.
I have faith that it'll be, at the very least, it'll be an okay game.
Yeah, I don't think it's
So
going to be Gotham Knights level of like. I feel like over time, Gotham Knights has gotten worse to me. Um, like I'm starting to listen to all the people who are like, "Yeah, this was a bad game." I'm like, "Yeah, I was kind of blinded by the hype when it first came out." It's all right. But it's not like I hope that Suicide Squad isn't just all right. I hope it's at least good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need it to be a 10 out of 10 either. I feel like that's another thing. It's like games don't have to be 10 out of 10s to be really fun. Um, I think a
Yeah,
prime
I
example
don't
is
mind playing
Fortnite.
like I don't mind playing like a 7 out of 10 every once in a while. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah, me neither.
yeah. How would you feel if it came out and then it was way worse than Gotham Knights?
I'd be like, well, guys, I'm gonna start this Gotham Knights playthrough. I'm not gonna play Suicide Squad anymore. Um,
We're
it
no
would
longer an Arkham podcast. We're a Gotham Knights, Gotham Knights
for Gotham Knights fan
podcast.
page.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if that did happen, which I don't think will, I mean, anything's possible, but if it did happen, I would not hold it against Rocksteady completely because people tend to forget that even if people have three great games or three great books, three great albums, there's always usually a bad one in there somewhere or one
Yeah.
that's worse than the others. You never hope that because you want people to continually give their best work, but sometimes people just miss the mark and it's human nature. So if they miss the mark with this game, then it'll be a shame, but I'm not going to be like, man, I lost hope in Rocksteady. They can't deliver a good game. It's like, yeah, don't forget they gave us two of the greatest superhero games of all time.
Yeah, I
So,
feel like people are just melodramatic when they say stuff like that. It's just like, oh, because Suicide Squad will be bad, it'll tarnish the legacy of Rocksteady. It's like, no,
no.
no matter what happens, Asylum will still be good. City will still be like, Asylum will be great. City will still be great, and Night will be
All
Night.
right.
So
Yeah, night will be night.
Night will be Night. Um, so I mean, even if this does poorly, whatever they do afterwards, I'm probably still gonna check it out regardless. So
Me too. I mean, we were saying earlier, like we've both been invested in Rocksteady for years. So why would I stop over one game? I won't.
yeah,
Now, if they release Suicide Squad trilogy and they're all like 2 out of 10s, and yeah, I'm probably going to be like, okay, they got to get new management. Until then, I'm not playing the games.
they make a sequel. It's just like, oh, now we got to kill the Teen Titans. It's like, what? Serious?
And then the third game is Suicide Squad, kill Teen Titans, go. I'm like, okay, I'm playing this. They got to kill those.
Suicide Squad, kill Doom Patrol.
Brendan
It's like,
Fraser,
who?
no. Yeah, who?
Brendan Fraser, no.
Not him. But yeah, I mean, I think when we get a release date, I'll be able to kind of get back into the seat of like, okay, this game's coming out. I can look forward to it a little bit. We're gonna hear Kevin again. I was nostalgic today and thinking about Suicide Squad because I was watching Kevin Conroy interview this morning, so I got all emotional and nostalgic, and I just want to hear him again. So I hope that his role is well written, so that we
Yes.
can listen to the glory that is Kevin Conroy.
So we can save the multiverse.
Yeah, yes, really. But I think that's all I have to say on it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not really much to say in all
No,
fairness. Like it's just kind of out there. So
we're
whatever they
goats
do,
for being able to go in depth like that. Like, do you
yeah.
guys know how incredible we are? Like, other YouTubers would just make a 5 minute video and be like, "Okay, there's a delay. When do you think it's going to be delayed to? And what are they going to change by?" We
Yeah.
spent almost 40 minutes being Chads,
Yes.
not Chad Wardens, but Chads. So yes. Um, but do you have anything to plug before we end this, so people know what you're up to?
Well, I have some reviews in the works, one of
Mm-hmm.
which uh was supposed to come out a lot earlier than than whenever it comes out now, but
Yeah.
until that gets released. I also have another one which I'm starting to work on, and then um, this whole year is just going to be like review after review. Like I'm pumping out as much reviews as I can to make up for
Ooh,
like the last 2 years of just barely any. So, like,
yeah.
um, and the Let's Play channel, we're finishing up Mario 64. Uh, all the rest of the parts are done. It just needs to be put out for everyone to see. And then we're also going to be doing Arkham Asylum hard mode live streams. So,
Yes, I will be
and
there.
yes. And as far as Speaking Nerd, we're coming up on our 100th episode here real soon. And I cannot
Yeah,
wait to get the game together and
that'll be fun.
do something for the 100th episode.
We can't tell you what's happening.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for myself. So
Yeah.
subscribe, all that, you know where to find me. See ya.
I am just doing these live streams. Gonna start doing a new game on the live streams here soon. Just got over a cold, so I'm just kind of like feeling it out. I didn't really want to play anything until I was better. So I'm about better. Maybe this weekend I'll start something new. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to all the Speaking Nerd stuff we have planned. This year's great for content, particularly for us because we're a lot of it's superhero stuff.
Mm.
So we've got a crap ton of stuff that's going to be happening. So I'm really excited about that. Other than that, I just released some music, so you can check that out on Spotify. I will link that, and you should check out my YouTube shorts because I'm trying to pump those out for some reason. Um, they're kind of fun. They're funner than normal content because I can just not take that much time on it and just throw it out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, but guys, that's it. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Give Marvel a subscribe and follow him on Twitter. He's always producing great content and you will not regret it. And you can follow his Let's Play channel. All his stuff is linked down below. So check it out or be squared. Um, and what do you guys think of this delay of Suicide Squad? What do you think they're going to change? When do you think it's going to be delayed till? Let us know in the comment section below. Until next time, guys, peace out.